Welcome to the live stream. What a mess. Oh my Lord. Okay, now I got the thing going. Hold on. Stand by. There we go. Wow. This is never an easy thing to do, these live streams. Welcome to the live stream, Dave. Oh, you have the same idea I had. Of course, I didn't go out. You just came back from a school function. Is that right?
Yes. Came from a school function, a little dinner out, and I am in gear, as are you, because there was news today, and we'll get into it whenever you want to.
Yeah.
I know you got other things to share too.
Yes, that we'll end it with the Universal talk, because yes, two things happened today at Universal, or for Universal HHN. We can talk about that shortly, but welcome everyone to live stream number 7. As the title indicates, we'll be talking about many interesting things. So let's get started. I forgot to mention the last live stream when I had John. Yeah, John was on the last one, and we had so much to talk about. I'm surprised we actually got to cram it all in. But the last stream, the last stream, I wanted to mention that I had a Animal Kingdom reservation booked, and I went to the Animal Kingdom, and the 4:30 showing again was canceled for Finding Nemo. So that was horrendous. So I still have yet to see the Finding Nemo. The live stream seems to be lagging or something. It's not as smooth as it usually is. I'm not sure why. It could be my internet, I suppose. I hope it's... Can anybody confirm that it's going okay? Who knows? Well, we'll keep trucking.
Keep pushing.
We'll keep pushing
buttons.
Just keep pushing buttons. But yeah, so I still haven't seen the Nemo show, so I it's frustrating to say the least that I haven't been able to get to that show yet. But I assume at some point before it goes away permanently, I will get to see it. I know they're making a big deal out of the whole Lion King, the full show coming back. I have no interest in seeing that again. I mean, I'll see it, but it doesn't mean anything to me. Then I went to, I wanted to get my...
I like both shows.
Yeah. Which one do you prefer?
I like both shows. Probably Nemo, because it's a theater.
Yeah.
It has equal seating, it's bigger. The Lion King, like if you get stuff kind of near the top, you kind of get crowded, shoved into little nooks and crannies of that place, whereas Nemo's in a pretty much giant theater. It's not too bad a seat in there.
Yeah, no. Nemo, for sure, the best show. I think, it can't really hold up to, like, Fantasmic and stuff, right? Because, you got the fireworks and the pyrotechnics. So, stage show. How about that? The best stage show on property? Is there a better stage show? I don't think so. I know in Disneyland, the Frozen show is pretty dang good. They have over California Adventure. That's a pretty nice show they have there. And that theater is crazy.
I can't think of a better stage show.
I don't think so. I think that has to be it. I mean, there's not a lot to choose from. I mean, I love Beauty and the Beast, but the only Beauty and the Beast offering we have is the one at Hollywood Studios. It's out in the sun and you bake, and it's real short. And it's not that great. I mean, it's okay, but I haven't seen that in years. Is that thing still going on? I mean, is that even back? Did they bring that back? I don't know.
I think it's back. I there's so many things going on at Hollywood Studios that I prioritize over that. I don't think I've ever seen it.
Indiana Jones.
I've seen people live stream it, and I like the Indiana Jones show, even though I think that could be updated a little bit.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, I just don't get to that show at Hollywood Studios. Too many other things I prefer to do.
I just don't get to any shows because by the time I get to the parks, the shows are closed. So I'll be excited to be able to, on Wednesday, next Wednesday, I'm going with my kids and my friend and his son. And we're going for the full day. We're doing the Genie Plus. We're pulling out all the stops, and we're going to do a full park day at Hollywood Studios. So it ought to be a good time. I look forward to doing the stuff that I don't normally get to do. So that'll be cool. But I went to Disney Springs, and I got the Yellow Bird annual pass holder magnet. It's on my fridge, actually. Would you like me to get it? I can get it if you want. Let me get it. Let me get it. I'll get it. Okay. Dave, entertain the crowd.
Sure, let's see it. Let's see it.
Sing it.
All right. Tom is going to go get his annual pass. I know Tom's excited about several things today. We're going to talk about SeaWorld. We're going to talk about what happened to his GoPro. And then we're going to get to some big HHN news today. But right now, I think he's come back and he's got his pass.
Booyah! The magnet. Disney World magnet. So you can stick it.
Very nice.
I don't even stick it in your car. I stick it in my fridge. So, yeah. I'll stick it next to my computer and erase my hard drive. As if it's that strong, but yeah. Yeah, so there you go.
Which one has better placement? Your Universal Pass magnet or your Disney Pass?
It's right next to it.
Or is it the same level?
They're at the same level. They're next to each other, just looking at each other, staring down. Is a forever stare down. Yeah. It was a pain in the butt because I went to a movie. So I was going to a movie, and you have to get a virtual queue to get it. So you can't just like walk into Disney Springs and get it. You got to get up. I think at 9:30 they have a virtual queue, and so you do that. And then I parked in the orange lot because it's right next to the AMC. So I go down, and I ask a cast member, "Hey, where do I pick it up?" "Oh, it's on the clear other end of the park. It's Disney Springs. It's on the other side, of course." So I walked all the way over in the 125-degree temperature. Of course, there's a line outside.
By the Christmas store, right?
Yes, yep. There's a line to just get into it. So I'm out there. I'm literally just sweating, like just dripping wet. And I get it, and then I have to walk all the way back across so that I can go see a movie. It was quite the experience, but I got it, and I guess it was worth it. It's worth the steps, I suppose. But it wasn't too bad.
Do they have that many people picking up the magnet? They need the virtual queue.
When I was there, they had a line, and it was it? It was a weekend, so I suspect that on weekends you probably wouldn't. During the week, I can't imagine. I don't know, maybe not. I have no idea. But on the weekend, for sure, there was a line. But I don't know if you need a virtual queue. Just have people line up. I mean, they're lined up way. Who cares? I don't know. It just seems weird. But other thing we did at Disney Springs. I saw a free screening of 13 Lives. That thank you for John Self for pointing that out to me. So that's the movie. Now, Dave, I don't know if you remember this when I think it was 2019, I believe, when the soccer team, they were in that tunnel, that cave, and it flooded, and they had the divers come in and save them. You remember that happened?
I don't remember.
Okay, that. I see. I did remember that, so that's why I found the story very compelling because I remembered it being in the news. Yeah, it was quite the story. So I think on August 5th it will be on Amazon Prime, so you can watch it. I would highly recommend it. 13 Lives, very good, especially if, like I said, you remember seeing the headlines in the news at the time. So that was really cool. Went to Paradiso. Is that how you say it? 37? I think that's how you say that. Have you ever gone to Paradiso? The happy hour, rather. Have you ever drank there before? Disney Springs?
Which end are we talking about?
It's near the AMC. It's like if you're going towards the other side of town or the other side of Disney Springs, you go across the bridge, and it's right there before the boathouse and stuff. It's on the side. It has a bar, like a to-go bar. So they have a happy hour, and I used to walk by it all the time, and I never was there for the happy hour, but I was there the one evening, and they had the happy hour, and it had $7 margaritas and beer. So I got a beer and a margarita for the person I was with. It was like sample size drinks. It was like you're going to the Food and Wine Festival. Yeah, you can't advertise $7 beers and margaritas and then give us a thimble and consider that happy hour. That's not happy hour. I want a full-size beverage for a cheaper price. That's a happy hour. That's not. I was so disappointed. I was like, this is ridiculous. So I had that one, and I didn't stay. I was like, this is stupid.
Is that by Jock Lindsay's?
It's before you get to Jock Lindsay's. Yeah.
Okay, before the Hangar Bar. All right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, Disney Springs I go knowing that it's not going to be the cheapest bill around because it's Disney Springs. But to your point, for that much money, you expect at least a full size drink, whatever it costs.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna say it's happy hour, don't tell me that you sell that same cup during regular times outside happy hour for a higher price. There's no way you do it. You sell a full pint or a full size beer. You have special cups for happy hour, which give you less beverages or less ounces. I mean, that's cheap. I'm sorry. I can't get behind that. So I am not a fan of Paradiso 37's happy hour, to go happy hour. That's BS. All right. Yeah. So I think that was about it for Disney Springs. We go there all the time. I have the AMC movie thing, so I like to go see movies there. But yeah.
Which is a better movie theater, the AMC Disney Springs or the Universal? One at Universal City Walk?
I've never gone to the Universal City Walk one. Ian has. He went to see movies at that one, but I have never stepped inside that one. So I presume they're both very nice. I mean, I know Disney's nice, but I presume that, if you're going to be at Universal City Walk, it's going to be nice. But I don't know for sure.
I've not been in the UA at Disney Springs, believe it or not. I've not been in the, what's the brand again at Disney Springs? AMC.
Yep.
I've not been inside that one. I've taken a ton of photo ops outside of it there with the photo op place, but I've never been in there to see a movie. But the one at Universal City Walk is gymongous. They have a escalator. They have multiple 3 levels. Wow. I will say now we've gone during busy times, but it's a nice theater. It's probably not the cleanest I've ever seen, but as far as the amount of theaters and the size of it, it's ginormous. One of the biggest theater houses I've ever been in. I don't know how many is in there. 10 maybe.
Well, what you mean? Universal's only 10? No. It's got to be more theaters than 10.
Is it more than that?
I'd think so.
I don't know.
A lot of the big ones are like 20 and 24. So I assume
the kids go in there for late night movies after the park closes.
Ah, okay.
Of course, now Madison hangs out with us in HHN, but they usually go to a movie when we're down there.
Hi, John. How you doing? Yeah, I wonder, are we okay, John? Can you just let us know? It says my connection is bad. Sorry, but maybe it's our connection. I can't confirm. It's very good, John. The movie was very well done. Like I said, if you remember this news story of it happening, this tells you more detail. And if it's true, because these based on true stories, they throw in it's loosely based. So if this story is told and it's actually true, it's pretty amazing. And I won't spoil what they had to do to get those kids
which
out.
soccer team?
It's just a kids. It's just a kids, like a junior high team. No, it's not a serious team. It's just like they went in and a tsunami came in early and it basically flooded it, and they had to get divers come in and try to save them, and it was quite the ordeal. It was very good. It was very suspenseful, very good, very well done. You know what the funny thing was? So we're outside. So they say, okay, I showed them my free things. Like, okay, go to this outside this theater, and there's a line, just stand there. So it was like a 6:30 showing. Yeah, I think I just killed it. Stand by.
I still see China on of course, the stream's behind us live. So
yeah, I killed the VPN in hopes that everything is good. Yeah, I think we came back. All right, sorry about that, everybody. I jumped off the VPN. I'm hoping that will speed us up a little bit. I apologize for the slowness or the lagginess of us. But yeah, so it was, yeah. So China was disappointing because I also got the fireworks, which was $14. And that's tequila and vodka with orange and mango. The interesting about this drink is, so the drink itself, they pour it out of a big, like it's a premix. So they pour it out and then they add the liquor after. So they added the liquor on top and didn't shake it, didn't stir it, didn't do anything, and just gave it to me. So when you take a sip, all the liquor's on the very top. And woof, I had to stir it around to make it actually something that's, you want to drink that actually tastes good. And actually, you're not going to believe this, but that cup you see there is this very cup.
Oh my gosh.
This is a solid plastic cup. To the point where I was like, I'm not convinced. I just want to throw this away in the garbage. So I rinsed it out and I brought it home because I'm like, this is a good cup. I mean, it's nothing special. It doesn't say Disney or anything, but I mean, it's solid plastic. It's like at the dollar store. If you go to a dollar store, you could buy worse plastic cups than this. So I don't know. I was like, I still want to toss it. It seems like it's wasteful, and I could always use cups, right? I mean, I have the kids coming down this weekend.
You could, if you got like some artistry, you can use your Sharpie and put the Epcot symbol on that.
Oh yeah,
maybe gift it to somebody.
That's right. Did you see they're selling the Mickey the flower and garden Mickey? You know, he's in he's a garden, like he's a hedge in a planter. They just came in.
No,
the festival it ended. It's no longer going on, and they're just selling it now. They just got it in.
You mean like topiary, mini topiary Mickeys?
It's just a Mickey.
Oh.
I saw him. Oh boy, here we go. Are we back? Oh, man, what is going on with my connection? I'm sorry, everyone, if it's watchable. I do apologize. At least we get to talk, if nothing else, Dave.
There you go.
There's always a plus. Anyway, let's get back to this. Oh, I'm not even sharing my screen where you can see my cup. I'm sorry, guys. Look, there it is. The cup is good, solid plastic. Look at that. Nice cup. So it's not a collector's cup by any means, but you know, for $14, you know, at least you get a cup that you can reuse if you're lame enough to rinse it out and put it in your pocket and take it out. But I am just that lame. So back to this. The Bayo or the Bay or Bo or whatever you say it. That and the other thing was by the time I got these two things, this was $21.50. So this was actually more than what I got at this. And if I were going to do it again, I'd certainly go back to this one. There was not other than the DIPA, which wasn't the greatest. Other than that, everything else was I would get again. I would pay the price to get again. It was very, very good. Whereas China, I mean, the drink once mixed was very good. And the Mongolian beef, there's a little bit in there. It didn't blow me away. It just was like, okay. I wasn't impressed.
So what were the portion sizes like? Because one of the things with the food and wine is, I remember the first time we went a couple of years ago, we watched some vlogs, and some of the folks that vlog on Epcot, and they get these huge wide angle lens. And so they do the close-ups on the food because that's what they're talking about. And it looks like a huge portion. We got down there in person to one of the little bee booths, and I got something from one of them, some chicken dish, and basically it looked like it fit under the size of a quarter. It wasn't quite as big as what I expected. And I know it's a food and wine festival, so it's smaller portions. You know, it's not a 100%. You're not eating dinner at one booth, right? So
yeah, no.
But how would you say the portion size was?
Very small. So when you look at the prices, you're initially going to think, oh, that's a pretty good price. And then you get the portion size and you're like, oh, this is not a good price because you get so little. Now, with that said, like I said, the hops and barley, I mean, yes, for $6, the sandwich isn't necessarily the largest, right? But you get a lot. I mean, that's a full sandwich there. And your carrot cake, how much is that? $4.50. You could do worse than getting that. I mean, you spend for a little ice cream cone at Magic Kingdom, you spend what, $5 or $4.50, and it's not very much bigger than that. And the beer flight for $10, it is what it is. But yeah, that wasn't bad. China, yeah, for that little sandwich for $7 and that drink for $14, maybe that liquor was, top shelf or whatever. But yeah, I don't know. But we walked by Okay.
How was the coffee cider that you had? Because typically those aren't two things that go together, but
it was amazingly good. The coffee was very subtle. Like, it didn't hit you over the head. It definitely was a cider. It definitely tasted like a cider. But the coffee flavor, it was certainly there, and it was very subtle. So you could definitely drink it. It was one of those things, like if you were eating something with it, you could probably not even taste the coffee part. Like you just, because, the flavor of whatever you're eating would mask it. But if you're just drinking it alone, and you can certainly taste it. But it was I was surprised because I'm not a big cider fan, and I do like coffee beer. but coffee cider I've never had. So yeah, it was certainly pretty good. So I again, that one, I think it was $9, and that pour wasn't. It's probably not much more than what was maybe. I don't know. There's two pours. There's a $5 and a $9. I thought the pour was pretty small for the $9, but I mean the $5 would probably be a shot glass. I guess I'm not really sure what it'd be, but yeah, the food portions, it's certainly very small. It's, and again, like they have a fry flight at the new fry place that I walked by. I'm not sure what that costs, but that's different. I mean, I think that might be, for value wise, that might not be too bad. We did do last night. We ate at, unbeknownst to me, I wasn't planning on doing any video because I don't have my GoPro, which I'll talk about in a second. So I didn't have any video equipment with me. And the person I was with ended up buying stuff at Germany. So we got the bratwurst and the apple strudel, which, oh my Lord, the apple strudel. Oh, the bratwurst is really good too, because the bratwurst was on a pretzel bun. So I love pretzel bread. And they had a side of cheese, or a side of mustard on the side that you could dip it in. The bratwurst was the thinnest, smallest bratwurst I've ever seen, because usually brats are pretty fat and thick. This is like a hot dog bratwurst. Like, it was very small, which you like, okay, yeah, there you go. They got to portion size it down. And we ate France. We got the creme brulee or something, just very small, and a little bit of wine. And they were fine. I mean, it wasn't the greatest, but I think, did I record? I think I record video for at least Germany. I'm not sure. I just used my phone. So at some point I'll throw that into another video that I do, but yeah. Epcot Food and Wine. I love it. I like walking. I just love Epcot. I mean, I could just walk. I could go Epcot every day, just walk around, check out the countries, and just eat and drink and just watch the show and the fireworks and everything else. I mean, love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Very good. I don't think I did any.
I'm more of a Magic Kingdom Hollywood studio guy. To me, Epcot suffers because it's around those two parks. By itself, it would be, the world's most awesome park. But I'm not a big festival goer. I'm more of a ride person. Yes, I'll go and have dinner in the Mexican Pavilion, or I'll go and go see the show in the American Pavilion. I enjoy the fireworks at Epcot. I enjoy, one of these days I'll eat in Le Cellier in the Canada Pavilion too.
Yeah.
I just haven't got to it yet. I like the Frozen ride. Love all the, I enjoy more of the things on this side of the World Showcase versus doing the World Showcase itself, just because I am looking forward to riding Ratatouille, but yeah. I'm more of a ride person, and I do appreciate the details in each country, in each country's pavilion. I'm just more of a ride person, so Ratatouille helps, but I'm not. We'll go to the festivals. Chris is more of a festival person than I am, but I'm at Disney, and we don't live down there, so I'm anxious to get my ride time in whenever we're in any of those parks.
Yeah, I like Epcot because it's a different type. Because usually, like, you're in Magic Kingdom, especially Hollywood Studios. I mean, you're pushing it, you're booking it, you're going ride to ride to ride to ride. I mean, it's especially Hollywood Studios. It could be a stressful day. I mean, last time I came down, before I moved here, Hollywood Studios was just wreaked havoc. I mean, it was an awful day. I mean, I get up early. I missed my boarding pass for Rise. Then we had to stress over getting the 2:00 one or whatever the 1:00 one was, and the Mickey's and Minnie went down. We were in line for that when we rope dropped. So, we blew our rope drop opportunity. And so, I mean, just so many things went wrong. It was so stressful. And we just stood in queues all day. I mean, that's all we did. Just from one queue to the next. And then the very next day we went over to Epcot, and I went around, had a couple of drinks, and we just leisurely just went around and had a wonderful day. It was so different than the other Disney days, which is really needed, especially if you're going to do multiple park days. So for me now, being a local, again, it's the same thing. Like, I can have a rough day at work, go just walk around, have a drink or two, just people watch, enjoy the countries. And like last night, Spaceship Earth. So we did ride a ride because Spaceship Earth was very, very short queue. So got on, did that. But other than that, we didn't do no other rides. We did watch fireworks, but other than that, we just walked around and enjoyed just being there. Yeah, we enjoyed
that. That I can see being local and just going there for dinner or for the festival. Absolutely. Especially, after work during the week or on a weekend.
Yeah.
I would enjoy that. But, we've had some good meals like in the UK, the fish and chips, or we've even eaten in the French sit-down restaurant, which was good too.
Oh, yeah.
Albeit, nothing's cheap there in Disney or Epcot, but it was good. So I've eaten in a number of the pavilions. And we've done a couple of the festivals there. I don't know. I'm just not a festival person, I guess.
I'll change you. I'll change you, Dave. Don't worry. You come down, you hang out with me, you'll be a festival guy real soon. All right, so that's Epcot. We also went to SeaWorld's Electric Ocean. I wanted to cover that, so I took my GoPro and went in, recorded a bunch of stuff. They had free beer as they're giving away. I think Busch Gardens Tampa is doing that as well. And I believe Busch Gardens Williamsburg is also giving free beer. So I got 2 free beers because the person I was with don't like beer. So that was quite lovely. I think so when I walked up to it, they basically said, do you want light or dark? Like, they didn't say what beer. Like, do you want this or that? No, it was light or dark. So I said dark. And I believe it was the Hershey. They had the Hershey Porter before. It tasted chocolatey. So I think they still have some of that on stock somewhere or something. I'm not sure what it was. It was good. It was free. That's the most important part. Then we went to a booth where I got a lager, and it was 14. Oh, actually, let me show you. SeaWorld Electric Ocean. So,
I'm not sure they're seeing the video, Tom, if you're sharing it.
I just gave it's a picture.
Oh, now.
Yeah.
Now it's up.
Yeah,
Sorry.
it's a picture. Yeah. So here you go. So now notice, I do want you to point out that the beer size, so that lager, that's a full pour. That's a big beer. So that was $11.49. The thing on the left is a sangria, which as many may know, because I've said this, not a fan of sangria, but that was actually pretty good. I'm slowly turning into more of a wine drinker, and that sangria wasn't that bad. So that was $13.99, by the way, so not cheap. The beef empanadas, very good, but you can see this, Dave. These were $10.99, but I mean, that's a pretty big portion size. Those are 2, and they're filled with beef. So the total, so there's a surcharge, 5% surcharge. I don't know if you're aware of all this BS that SeaWorld Entertainment's doing, but they're giving a 5% surcharge across the board in all their parks, which is absolutely absurd. Raise the price of the menu items. Don't put a stupid BS surcharge on. But so there's a surcharge that was $1.87. My past member discount was for $5.47. So total, this was $34.96. So that's pretty expensive. Now, granted, it is a full-size beer, and it is, if I ate this by myself, this would most certainly be a full meal. Like, this could curve your appetite 100%, both of these empanadas. But still,
so you got 2 full-size empanadas.
Yep.
A smaller, like, alcoholic drink and a larger beer.
Yep.
And that all was $36.
$34.96. So it was $35 essentially. Yeah, $35. So that's expensive.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I told the person working at the booth, I said, you guys are actually outpricing Epcot Food and Wine. He said, yep. He didn't care. I'm like, okay, whatever. Just give me. And I also gave him crap about the 5% surcharge. Of course, I realize they don't, like, they're not the ones. I mean, they're just people behind the booth. I mean, they don't care. But still, that's such BS.
What is the other picture? Is that a shake with an edible straw?
Yes. Well, Dave, that is the frozen Jack and Coke, which is always available out by the Penguins or whatever by the new coaster. There's that frozen. There's that little bar.
Icebreaker?
Yes, Icebreaker. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. There's a bar over there, and I always get the frozen Jack. I love the frozen Jack and Coke, and yes, that is a chocolate edible straw. So good. It is a perfect beverage that you should get anytime you go to Busch Gardens, or not Busch Gardens. Wow. Anytime you go to SeaWorld Orlando.
SeaWorld.
Yes, you should get that because it is so good. Oh man, so good. So let's see. I got that. Yeah, I got that. Also got a huge mistake. I bought a frozen margarita, and then we decided to go see the show, which I don't think I have a picture of. No, I didn't.
The Electric Ocean?
No, this is the what is it? Shoot, I have it all written down somewhere, and I don't have it here. It's the animal one. So I was disappointed in it. Night, I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's a night version. So they bring out a spider, and I thought it was like a Pet Shenanigans where they come out and the pets do tricks. No, they literally walk out with the animal in their hand. They talk about the animal, and then they walk out, and somebody else comes out with an animal in their hand, and they walk. It's like what? It doesn't make any sense. But
you were expecting the Universal show.
Yes, and Busch Gardens Williamsburg has one that does the same thing where they do tricks and they do fun stuff. That's what I wanted. I did not get that. That's not what the show was. Crap! I can't believe I didn't write that down. But yes, but the problem was I bought a frozen margarita prior to going in, and as we were walking into it with like 15 minutes before the showtime started, the lady's like, "You can't bring any drinks into the." to the show. You have to drink it. Let me tell you something. I don't care 120 degrees or not. Trying to chug a frozen margarita is not going to work. I had the worst brain freeze I've ever had. It lasted a full 20 seconds after I had taken a sip. I thought I'd permanently like hurt myself. Like I was like, oh my God, this hurts, and it keeps hurting. Like a brain freeze is very quick. Like it's sharp pain and it goes away. This was like solid for a full 20 seconds. That's how much brain freeze I got. It was awful. Nothing worse than buying an overpriced margarita, then having to chug it down. It's like you go to some stupid show that ultimately I'm disappointed in.
Sacrifices you do for the animal shows.
I'm telling you. I know. So I recorded some of it, of course, for the vlog. And of course, the vlog that will never happen because you're about to find out why. But yeah, what a pain in the ass. But anyway, so I did that. Also did the Sea Lion show. They named it something different. It's not nearly as good. It's zany a little bit. I mean, they got the mime still, so that's good. But honestly, once the mime's done doing his thing, I'd get up and leave. There's no reason I need to see this show. The sea lions don't really do anything anymore, and it's a shallow. It's just not like it used to be. So I wouldn't waste my time with that one. Free beer. Oh, Queensryche. Let me show you some Queensryche. Now, I got to make sure I don't blast it. So let me...
A blast from my past. Queensryche.
Okay, I already have the media down. Yeah, so Queensryche. Now, it's not the lead singer. Jeff Tate, I believe, is the original lead singer. I can't remember. It's not him. So in, I think 2012, I think I looked it up. He left the band and they have a new guy. This dude, let me tell you something. He sounds just like him and he can sing. He wells out those freaking high notes. Oh my Lord. He's just screaming. For sure. When I walked in, so we walked in late because we left to get there for a 4:00 show. We wanted to be there. So we left our house at 3. And a storm just blew in and just shut everything. Like I-4 was backed up, obviously. It just started pouring down rain. And we got to the park. It was pouring down rain. And we had to maneuver around. I had to buy an umbrella. But we got there a couple minutes late. And we walked in. And they were just jamming out. I mean, like, I think that, like they opened up with Panera. Wow.
Pantera?
Pantera. Wow. Panera Bread just got stuck in my mind. I couldn't come out of it. Yeah. Pantera, like Walk. You know that song Walk? Walk. I think they opened up with that song. I'm not sure. And people were just like looking like, what the hell? But there were a good number of fans who like were there to see, like they were fans of Queensryche.
So was it an extra ticket or not to see them?
Nope. It was part of your mission. So the difference between the Epcot Food and Wine, they do a half-hour set. So Epcot Food and Wine, the bands play 3 shows, 3 half-hour sets. So it's very in and out, very quick. This was 2 sets, a 4 o'clock and I believe an 8 o'clock showing, and it's an hour each. So that you get a full hour of music. So it was really good. And they played every song I wanted to hear, including Empire, which is one of my favorite songs by them. So it was really well done. And the singer is remarkable. So I was amazed. And you could tell.
So you being a local, what are your decision factors? Whether you go to Epcot for food or wine, you go to another park close like SeaWorld for their food festival, because they both have food, they both have bands. Other than how close you live to both parks, what are your decision factors? I guess maybe if you have a pass for both parks, and how do you decide, or you just go to one each night?
Well, I mean, unfortunately for Disney, I can only go during the week. So Monday through Friday. So I literally went to the Food and Wine Festival on Friday night, and I did SeaWorld on Saturday. So let me bring the camera back. So that
makes sense. It's kind of driven by your passes then.
Yes, and I wanted to see Queensryche. Like that was my main factor, because I saw them there. I think it was the Empire tour back in Johnstown, Pennsylvania, back in 92 or something, like some crazy. Yeah. So now again, I haven't listened to them after the Empire album, so I don't know a lot of their newer content. But
I don't think you're not the only one to say that.
Luckily, they played a lot of the old stuff, because that's the hits, or it's as much hits as you can get for them. Other than Silent Lucidity, I don't think they ever had a hit. Jet City Woman might be considered a hit, I suppose. But I really wanted to see them, so that's why I went to see that. As far as going to different parks, it's really driven, by the events. Like, I want to check it out. I want to do it for the vlog. So, that drives a lot, whether or not I go. Like, I should have went last weekend to cover the SeaWorld, because it started last weekend, but I got tied up and I didn't do it. And then with, Queensryche being here and me being able to do the new event, I figured, well, it's a perfect storm to go see it. So I went and I covered the event. And in doing so, at the end of the evening, we sat down. In fact, I have the view. You want to see the view? The last view. This is the scene of the crime. So we're sitting here. This is the stadium. And, they have this little dance party thing, right, before the fireworks, where the people come out and they dance, and the kids have fun, blah, blah, blah. So we're sitting here and we're relaxing, and I'm recording some of it for the vlog. And at one point, the person I was with was like, "Oh, because it was still like an hour before the fireworks started," and she was like, "Oh, let's go walk around or something." Okay, fine. So I had my GoPro in my hat, and let me bring back my video. I had my GoPro in my hat. My hat was off because it was 125 degrees outside, and I had it to my legs. So at one point, I dropped my hat onto the ground in front of my feet with my GoPro in it. So I picked it up. I put my hat on my umbrella, and I put the GoPro between my legs on the chair, because I didn't put it in my pockets because I was sitting there. I figured, let's put it between my legs. So when we got up, I'm assuming the GoPro, when I got up, somehow it fell to the ground behind the chair, because there's no like, when the chair folds up, there's a gap, so it'll fall between. Somehow I got up without realizing the thing fell. I don't know how I didn't hear it. And I went up the steps, walked maybe 50 feet, maybe 100, just go conservative. I walked 100 feet, realized I didn't have my GoPro, walked back to the seat where I was sitting. It was gone. It couldn't have gone anywhere else. Okay. I know I had it. It was sitting there. I know I recorded. I put it to my legs. I know that's for a fact. I know I got up. In all of 5 minutes time from me walking up and back, it was gone. Now, I didn't jump up out of my seat 100 feet up in the air and it flew into the water. It would have fallen. In fact, it fell so silently that I didn't even hear it fall. So it was very gentle the way it fell. Somebody stole it. Somebody just stole it. Outright stole it. Because the person I was with looked, the cast member up top saw us, and she said, "Oh, I'm a vlogger too." And she's like, "Oh, let me talk to my manager," and she talked to her supervisor. And then she went down and she looked. It was gone. Like, there was no way it wasn't anywhere. Like, we didn't look over it. It's gone. Where I knew where I sat and I knew where I was. It wasn't very far and it wasn't much time. So somebody, while we were looking, was watching us thinking, "Oh, yeah, I stole your GoPro, bro. So just hit the road. So I did I filed the lost and found. It's worthless. Somebody stole it. It's not lost. Somebody stole it. I would have found it. The person I was with would have found it. The cast member would have found it. One of the three of us would have seen it as we combed over where I sat. Somebody stole it. In that time that I got up, somebody saw it fall, and they picked it up and grabbed it.
Yeah, those things are so convenient, but they're also very, very small, as you know. So yeah. It's nice when you own it and it fits in a pocket. It's nice if somebody's intent is not good because they can just stick it in their pocket.
Yeah, and I had it on my my selfie stick, so that's gone too. And the worst part is, it's not even the GoPro. It's sad because it was a GoPro 9, and I'm looking at the 10s now, and then I Googled, hey, when's 11 coming out? 11's coming out in September. It looks like all rumors are pointing to September. So I'm like, well, I should just wait, but it's July. September's a long way. So I went on
that's
eBay.
One of the main cameras you film.
That's the main camera I film with. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I hate that because I've never, knock on wood, got one stolen before. I did have a screen crack on one, which I couldn't believe because I'd taken it on multiple parks and multiple roller coasters. Yeah. And it fell it fell 3 feet from a rail, which I shouldn't have had it on, at a restaurant. It wasn't even on. We weren't even filming. And It literally just fell on the corner and cracked the screen. So, but, those things are so small and convenient. Yeah. That's the positive. I guess that's the negative too,
Yeah. Oh, man. So, yeah, I bought one on eBay, a 10. So it will be here next week. And I bought another selfie stick. It was delivered today. So I picked it up, opened it up, the package, pulled it out. It was coffee. The Amazon driver dropped off, and I looked at the mailing address. It's my neighbor. He gave the wrong package. I'm like, dang it. So I don't have that yet, but yeah, yeah. What are you gonna do? So I'm upgrading my GoPro. That's good. Didn't really have the finances for that. I wasn't planning on that. That was not in my budget to that expenditure. However,
wait, there's supposed to be a budget for vlogging equipment. I just tell Chris it's all absolutely needed, 100%.
Well, unfortunately, with my current situation, I a much tighter budget than I was in the past. In the past, it was never a thing, but now I certainly have to give thought to what I spend my money on for sure. So yeah, it's much closer. So it even hurt even worse losing that camera. But like I was going to say, earlier that day, the person I was with, we were in front of what's the water coaster? Atlantis, Journey to Atlantis. There's a splash zone off to the side there. So as you come out of the gift shop, there's a little area, and there's Journey to Atlantis is behind you. And I said to her, I said, "Oh, let me get a picture." So I told her to go over there, and she had no idea it was a splash zone. And I'm sitting there wasting time to getting a picture. And here it comes down, splashes her. It was the greatest video moment ever. I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be so good for the vlog." Freaking the camera's gone, man. If you stole my camera and you're watching this, send me the mini SD. Just send me that damn thing. Keep the camera. Go ahead, keep it. Send me that damn mini SD. I want that footage, damn it. It was so funny.
Well, you just have to go to Busch Gardens, Tampa, and put her in front of Shikra, I guess.
Yeah. I don't think she's going to trust me now. That's the problem. Now, okay. Yeah. I think she's going to pay more attention if the ground around her was wet.
I think that's Shikra, but yeah.
Shikra. Yep. Oh man, but yeah. So that was, and you know what? I was so distraught that we left, and I didn't stay for the fireworks. Like I was like, I don't care. I just want to get out. I was so I was so disappointed. I was so mad. Oh man. But anyway. But that's all that is for SeaWorld. But let's get into, it's already 9:34. Let's talk about some HHN stuff real quick before we head on out. They made 2 announcements today. First, the Weekend House. I know nothing about the Weekend. I mean, other than my kids listen to the music. I think he swears a lot, right? I mean, isn't he an explicit?
I remember Super Bowl halftime show. It was kind of
All right. Well, anyway, he's gonna have a house. I have no idea of his music. So, Dave, do you know anything about this? I mean, is it gonna? Is his music? Dark?
No, I just saw the preview video from Universal and everybody else saw on social media.
But
I know he did a Super Bowl halftime show a couple of years ago.
Yes, okay.
He does some good music, so
all right, well,
I'm hoping the house will be good.
I hope so too. Looks like we're lagging again. Son of a gun! What is going on with my internet tonight? Let's see. I don't know. Again, I apologize, everyone. I don't even know if anybody's still watching. They're like, screw this. We are out of here. Oh, the good news is I'm back up to 481 subscribers. So thank you. Yeah, no one's saying a word anymore. Anyway, the other announcement was, the multi-night tickets. Those are now for sale. So now I need to determine which one to buy. In the past, it was always very easy. I got whichever one it was for the first 3 weeks. Is cheaper, and that's all I needed. Now, though, with living here, I don't know if I should upgrade for the extra, I don't know, like $40, where then it takes you through September and October. And the worst part about all this is I have the annual pass that gets me the free night, and they still haven't released those dates.
I have those dates. I called Universal today.
Shut up. You called them and they have them and they didn't release them? Whoops.
I'm sure they'll be on the website in the next day or two, but I called to buy our, the Rush of Fear pass. We got the multi-day, the first 17 days. So we're going to be down there in the initial nights. Yeah. And I called today because we had single tickets before they released. So we basically had the single day upgraded and paid the difference for the Rush of Fear, the first 17 days. But anyway, I said I also have is it the Pro Premier? Which pass do we have? I don't know the names from the Universals.
Yeah, I think it's Premier.
Premier Pro.
I don't know about the Pro.
Anyway,
Premier.
So we had the pass. Both you and I had the pass that includes the one HHN ticket. So I said, what about those dates? I was trying to kill time. I was talking to the guy, Brendan, cast compliment at he answered all my questions on the Universal line. Anyway, he gave us the dates. He gave me the dates, and they're not on the website yet. They should be soon. Maybe they are now. That was earlier this morning.
So what dates is it like a lot of dates or?
It's a lot of dates in September and like October 2nd. So I want to say it was almost every date in September plus October 2nd.
See, my pass expires, I think, near the end of September. So I don't know if I can buy the first 3 weeks. If I buy that one, like my free pass will be just worthless. Like I won't need it. I don't think. I have to figure out if I can use it. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's not gonna. I don't think it's gonna work out for me. I think if I renew at that pass level, I could use the new one this year, and then not worry about it next year. I don't know. John also said, let's see. They are online. So John said the Premier pass holder dates are online. So, they went up today. Okay.
Oh, well, they weren't this morning. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they weren't when I looked either. So that's cool. He said the weekend's team uses a lot of horror images. All right. And scare actor dining is also, I've never done that. I've thought about it once because I think if you order the dining, you do get in early. Like you do get to leave from there or something. I don't remember, but yeah, there she is. The better half.
It's Chris from Adventures by D.
Is back. Oh, she's wearing a Halloween shirt. What is that?
Halloween every day for that one.
Absolutely.
Ow. I have my doorbell. When somebody rings my doorbell, it's a wolf howling on my Amazon. It goes, ow.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'll have to check the dates online because I have these dates as September 28th to the 30th and October 2nd, but I didn't check them online. I didn't have a chance. So
yeah.
John looked, and I believe him when he says they're not the last weekend then.
Yeah, I'm sure he has I read his article. All right. He's Johnny on the spot with these announcement articles. He's got, John, you must have a template already up, right? Just ready to go. Just fill in the blanks. It's like a Mad Libs. You just throw in the details into the things, and you just ship it off because they turn those around pretty quick. So yeah.
So when do you think they're going to announce the rest of the houses? And so they have 6 more houses. Yeah, there's 7 more, and all the scare zones to go still.
Well, I know in the past they would announce all the in-house ones at once. You know what I mean? Like they do the IPs one at a time, but then and here's all the originals, blah. So maybe they're doing that, and maybe the rest are originals. Yeah, all right, they'll do them all at once. Like, here's our scare zones, here's the originals, and here's the shows. Like, it's all in one. It seems like a waste. I feel like, feed it out slowly, build anticipation is better. But at this point, I mean, we're almost there. But I don't think it doesn't affect me in any way. If they never announce the rest of the houses, it's not going to affect my decision to go or the number of nights I'm going. It's not going to affect anything, actually. It doesn't matter in the least if they announce anything or not. I'm going to the event, and I'm going to go the days I'm going to go. So for me, it doesn't matter. I don't know if everybody's like that. I'm assuming most people are like that as well. So we'll have to wait and see.
So now that you're local, will you be going like multiple nights in September and October?
Well, depending on the pass I get, I will certainly, I'll probably end up getting the one you got, the first 17 nights, which means I will go like a madman those first 3 weeks. And then if I renew at the premier level, that means I'll have another one to go for. And knowing that next year I'd probably do the same thing, and I'm kind of wasting my thing, I would want to use it this year in October. And I believe I have October 2nd is the latest I can use it. I'd probably pick the latest date I can go and use my next year's or my new pass free night on that. That sounds like the most likely plan. I could also just do the other pass that's like $40 more, and you get more nights across the all 2 months, September and October. I just don't know. I mean, the reality is I don't know how often I would go. Like, I don't know if I'd go much more. I mean, I feel like if I just go a bunch in September, I'd be good. Maybe once in October with my new pass. That'd be more than enough for me.
Last year, I think we would 1 or 2 nights at Labor Day and then 1 or 2 nights in October. And one trip was kind of a spur of the moment. The other one we had well in advance. I think this year we're just going to do it once and do multiple nights. And I think we'll probably be good unless we have another reason to go to Orlando. I mean, we like going down and doing, I know you know this, but since we have Universal passes and we don't have Disney passes, the Universal hotels are a steal compared to some of the Disney hotels.
Oh, heck yeah.
We like coming and staying at Universal and then we already have Universal passes, and we buy HHN tickets on top of that. Yep. And then we'll do a day at the Magic Kingdom and then also Mickey's Not So Scary.
Yeah.
So we call it the Halloween doubleheader because we don't have a better name, but we usually on the same trip do Mickey's Not So Scary and then HHN because I personally think that's a great mix. It's totally opposite parties, but both great in their own way.
Yes.
In my opinion, anyway.
No, I agree. I love them both. HHN, it's taxing though. I mean, you do a couple nights HHN, that's enough for me. Like in the first 3 weeks, if I do multiple, like 4 or 5 times, and again, it'll be different though, because I'm not going to be trying to do it all. So with that being said, I'm going to do it in a different way than I normally would. So maybe that would, enable me to do more nights where it didn't matter, or I wouldn't try to get there for Stay and Scream. I'd show up like at 9 o'clock and, just do some at the end of the night. So yeah, I don't know. It all depends. I have a lot to think about as far as that goes. Cause like I said, the GoPro expense was, I didn't anticipate. And, I have a lot of Halloween events to go to in coming up. So that costs money and so we'll see. I will
say what I saw today at Universal site, the tickets were reasonably priced, at least the ones without the Express. We ponied up for the Express just on opening night. We kind of want to see how many, we'll go back another night at least and maybe a third night. So I think Express for us is just one night will be plenty and kind of see what our favorite houses are. And then we can try to get those at Stay and Scream or at the end of the night on the other nights.
Yeah, that's what we always did. We do one night, we do 2 or 3 nights at HHN, and one of them we always did the Express, where we'd hit everything in one night, and then we'd follow up with the greatest hits, essentially how it was. This year, I don't think we are. I talked to Ian today, and I don't think they're going to want to do the Express. So if they don't, we're doing 2 nights with him. And that's fine. I mean, we can do half one night, half the other. It's not a big deal. So, and that's good for me because if they don't do Express, then I don't have to buy it to go with them. So that saves me money, which is always a good thing because, like I said, it's crazy times. Yeah, I think that's good. Oh, hey, what we didn't discuss, which we have to before we end this conversation? Your Wingdings name. Can you see your Wingdings name? Now the D is a pretty much is a downer because
I didn't.
The D's a thumbs down, which is interesting.
I thought you were making commentary on our channel because I saw the thumbs down and I saw other symbols and then an M.
No, oh man, no, that's the wing. That's your name in Wingdings. So D is a thumbs down. The A is the weird, 69. Is that what that is? Oh, that's okay. Well, we'll just go with whatever that is. The V, okay. And the E is a M. I'd probably use that M as an M, but that's probably too on the spot. But yeah, that's your name. That's Dave in Wingdings. So congratulations, Dave.
I did not know that. I thought it was like the Friends symbols or Ozark symbols, or that was symbols for something.
Start doing chants and stuff. Yeah. I'll kill a chicken here. No,
now I need to get a logo. Our logo is always circular. Now I'm gonna have to get one in a rectangular, in a portrait mode. I think it is.
Yeah. That's your name, Dave. There you go, Wingding Dave. Everybody comes on. I put their name in Wingdings because I've never that font is like the most worthless font I've ever whoever used what purpose does that serve? None. This is it. Just some weird representation of your name on a live stream.
It's your live stream tradition.
Yeah, it is. Every time I have a guest, I put their name in Wingdings on the board. That's why I have to keep getting new and different people in so I can see all the different Wingdings. Pretty soon, I will be an expert. I'll be able to read Wingdings. 6 months from now, I'll be able to read it. That's Dave.
Wait, was John's worse or better than mine?
Yours is the weirdest. That thumbs down is just a weird. It's just not nice. It's just mean. Yeah, yours is weird.
Y'all were talking I was watching the stream. Y'all were talking a lot about food. It's making me hungry on that stream.
Yeah, I don't know how he does it.
And it doesn't take much these days to make me hungry.
Yeah, man. Being a food blogger, that's taxing on your body. I don't do it. And I mean, I kind of do it just part-time for this, but it's rough. We'll only do it so far where we would consider like destination dining. Yeah.
We did it for homecoming, and I don't go out of my way to do the dining vlogs. If I'm there at Disney and we go into one of the restaurants, we'll show it. Or we did Big Fire because we were eating there anyway before last year's HHN. Yep. But I mean, we don't really do it around Georgia unless it's, Buc-ee's or Stuckey's or somewhere. We're going to vlog anyway.
If it's a gas station, then you're in.
There are more than gas stations, Tom. Anyway, there's a certain nuance to that, and doing it right and being descriptive and showing the food correctly. And I can appreciate the details that go into that vlog and all the nuances to do it right, just like any other vlog, though.
It's just like anything else where you have to, you can't just sit down and eat and enjoy it. You have to like if you listen or watch or you read any of John's stuff, he's like, well, you know, the lettuce is pretty crispy and this the bacon was pretty good. Like he's got to like eat like each piece he's got to eat individually to get the taste. Like, oh yeah, well, this is a good ingredient, and then eat the whole thing together. It's like yeah, it's work. Right? It's not like just sitting down and like just taking a bite and like, yeah, I like this burger. Yeah, you got to really do a bunch of work. It's like anything else. Anything you do, it becomes a job. I'm sure Lou Mangello, you know, with Disney, I'm sure, you know, him going to those parks every day, you know, at some point it starts to tax you, you know, it's a little, it's grinding no matter what you do. So
that's what we talked about. That I talked about it in a couple live streams, you know, and, you know, we're not really near the size of a lot of the Disney or theme park bloggers, but I will say, just doing it a couple years and doing 300 odds of videos, we go to a park and we got the video stuff. You know, I feel like we're there to work. It's if I go somewhere without the video, I can just enjoy myself. And that's kind of why HHN, I think with the Express Pass the first night, I don't think I'm going to live stream. Yeah. We'll probably record some video, but I think I'm going to say the live stream for the second or third night. Because one, you can't go in the houses and live stream anyway.
Yeah.
But two, you know, the phone's only going to pick up so much in the low light. We have a pretty good low light camera, the ZB1 we use, but we don't live stream with that. We live stream on my iPhone 11. So in the dark,
yeah, it's rough.
You know, it's you have to be in a pretty well lit area to see anything.
Yeah, I still enjoy like for me, I probably wouldn't do some of the stuff I do if I wasn't recording. I probably like the food festivals. I certainly wouldn't go like by myself to a food festival and like walk around and eat by myself, hoarding it. And I look forward. I mean, I don't look forward to doing it alone. I look forward to recording those. So I still get a kick or a thrill out of going and do that. Like for me, it's not really work because I that's what I like. I think it's fun. I like just goofing around with a stupid GoPro and I'm not I eat some food. That's pretty good. Like my opinion of food doesn't mean anything because I never say anything meaningful. Like, yeah, that's pretty good. I'm never like, wow, that tastes, that was a pretty good piece of ketchup. Or, I have nothing good or knowledgeable or interesting to say other than, oh yeah, from my layman's taste buds, yeah, it was all right. Yeah. It's a good value. It's not a good value. I don't know. But I really just enjoy recording it and throwing it together and throwing it out there, and hopefully someone enjoys it. I don't know. I know 481 people may, at least at this point. They may drop off. Now John has been typing. Let's see. He said the rest of the houses are original, so that's good. Talking about food, yes. Oh, he's writing for Mouse Dining right now, so he's writing a story up. Yeah. Oof. So much food. Yes, each individual piece is key. Yes, very much. The ingredients, too much. I just want to enjoy a burger, I don't want to take it apart and dissect it and eat little pieces at a time. Although, what did I say? I said in one video, I think I did say something to that effect, and I thought to myself, oh my Lord, I'm channeling John here by saying something about ingredients. But the more I hang out with him, the more I become a blog or food blogger-ish type reviews, I suppose. But yeah, he's coming down next month, so that'll be fun. We'll have to all get together and do something. That'd be cool.
I would like that, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'm looking for. We haven't eaten it. We're gonna go to be our guest on Disney's property, which we never eaten at for dinner. So I've heard mixed things, so I'm interested to give it a try ourselves. It's one of the few restaurants we haven't eaten in Disney World. I think that and Cinderella's Table may be the only two. Now that I think about it, at some point over the years, we've eaten almost everywhere in there.
Yeah, my wife and daughter ate at Cinderella's Royal Table. I did not partake. It was a girls thing, so I didn't go. Be our guest. We did it back a long time ago when I think the food was still pretty decent. I think you're right. I think I've heard that the food's kind of been on a decline. And then they went to a fixed menu, which they didn't do before. So, I haven't been there since they made all the changes. So I'll be very interested to hear what you think. Are you going to do a vlog on it? Okay, cool. Yeah, that'd be cool. Wonderful. I
believe so. Yes.
Yes. At this point, you think you will. All right, Dave, I think we are good to go. We are, let's see. Oh, man. Oh, there he is. There's his dates. I think that's when he's coming down. August 15th through 19th, September 12th through 24th. Oof. He is going to be eating some food. Oh, be our guest. He just did a review, so you can read the review. Then decide if you want to go.
Okay.
There you go. So I look forward to seeing you guys when you come down Labor Day weekend. We'll meet up and do some Universal and maybe some Mickey's Not So Scary. And if nothing else, Magic Kingdom. The one day you're going to just do the Magic Kingdom Park during the week. So that means I can get in. So I will most certainly do that. I look forward to hanging out with you guys. So last time you guys came down, it was an absolute blast. Maybe we can do some more recordings too if you want. Do some type of video, whatever that would be. I don't know. It's all good. And if I get that pass. Go ahead.
We look forward to adding to our Universal Hotel review. We do the
yes.
We do try to vlog the hotels, and so we've done Cabana Bay, Royal Pacific, Hard Rock. And so I've never been on Portofino Bay's property, but that's going to change because we're staying there for a few days. So we'll have a vlog. We're definitely doing a vlog about the hotels because, like, I watch the vlogs when I go somewhere new just to kind of see where to stay. So that'll be all the hotels plus Cabana Bay with the Express Pass. Then we'll have to go back and get Sapphire Falls and then both of the endless summer places.
Yeah, my Hawaii hotel video did really well. So I wonder if I should. I'm going to be there on Monday. But the problem is, I'm going to get there. I'm going to check in early, get the Express, and go to the park. And, to do those hotel reviews, you got to do the review before everyone gets in and trashes the place, And then you got to spend time in the hotel walking around and recording it. And, there's a lot of time spent in doing that I probably not going to have. I mean, I could make time, I guess, but I don't know. We'll see. But hotel. You're right. People like those. So
it's good evergreen content, as they say. But you're right. You got to get in there before the hotel gets trashed.
Yep.
And the other thing I've learned, and HHN is good for this. If you come back late at night, that's a great time to capture all the common areas because there's nobody around.
There's no one around.
I think I did Royal Pacific after HHN. It was like 2:30, 3 in the morning, and like some of the things are gated, but if you don't mind that, you can kind of film around those things, and then there's nobody to bother with your camera at all.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're going to wrap this live stream up. Dave, I thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on. It's always a good time. Don't let that thumbs down for your D distract you or discourage you.
Come on over. Check out our Carowinds vlog. It just went up yesterday. So
yes, I watched that. You walked right by the world's greatest funnel cake. You're like, hey, there's funnel cake. I'm like, no, stop. Nope, you just walked on by. So sad. Yes, definitely check out Adventures by D.
That'll lead our second visit to Carowinds. I'm absolutely sure of that. So
yes. You guys have a ton of content on your YouTube channel. I put it in the chat. I'll throw it in the description. So if you want to check out Adventures by D, by all means, go ahead. They are great. Give them a like and subscribe and do all that good stuff. And, since you're here, you might as well give this video a like too and subscribe. Let's get this up to 500 people. How about that? That'd be interesting.
Yes, let's get a Vacationeers podcast up to 500. That way Tom can check out his community tab and start tagging other channels. And
yes, that'd be glorious. But I think that is all I have. So I guess until next time, keep making memories. And Dave, do you want to say your closing I know you only have one of you, but go ahead. Go for it.
May the adventures be with you.
Indeed.
Thanks for watching the Vacationeers
Say I waited till
Podcast
the prompt
YouTube
that
channel.
time.
Please subscribe if you enjoy our content and ring the bell to receive notifications when new videos are released. Please like our Facebook page, Vacationeers Theme Parks and More. And follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Vacationeers Podcast. If you'd like to enjoy more of our content, listen to our podcast, Vacationeers Theme Parks and More. It can be found on most streaming platforms. And lastly, I would like to thank everyone who has either subscribed or follow us on social media. Your support is greatly appreciated. Thank you, and keep making memories.